Nice day for some cow watching. God damn it. Bottle hotline.
Yeah, Ned. What are you doing? Are you out milking the cows again?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just leave the cows alone. Get your ass over here. Come on, we gotta dig.
Here we go again. Now what, dude? You bring me all the way back here.
Yeah.
You're saying you got another hole.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? So I got to hang out with you for a whole nother day.
Oh, you love it, you know it.
I mean, I could be hanging out on the beach with a bunch of chicks in bikinis, but no, I'd rather hang out with this mumbling Rain Man dude wearing the same shirt every single time I see him.
Regulation.
Hey Chuck, you think this is like a football or something? Football shit?
It's not a football. It's got a bottle of hook.
Well, you're the kind of guy I'd like to hit in the ball with my foot.
That's better than what you do to the rest of the boys.
Opening up the cap here using the pounder probe. Look at how big this pit is. Here to here to here. Dude, I said get the pick, not the bar.
The bar's fine. Let me go get the pick. I got a good pick.
God damn it. Any excuse to get out of the hole with this guy.
Oh, bitch. What can you say about Ned that hasn't already been said about hemorrhoids?
Well, what the hell? Hope that's the corner post.
Another corner post, hopefully. Or it's a 10-foot void of air that we're gonna fall into.
Wow. See that?
There's like a layer up high. It's like a sink out layer from the 20s. So when the privy was, the organic material in the privy at the bottom was compressing after a couple decades, there was a sink out in their backyard. So they threw some stove ash into the sink out in the 20s. You see that a lot. 1920s plates, you can see by the plates are just more thin and cheaper, and there's no insignias on the bottom, and you can just tell by the style that that's from the early 20th century, not the 19th.
As soon as you shovel the dirt back into a hole full of ash and poop and bottles, the organic material starts to compress and the hole begins to sink. Although the compaction process can last for decades, even centuries depending on the size and depth of the hole, the first several years after a pit gets filled in is when it sinks the most dramatically. This is because the compaction process is accelerated by rain, which enters the ground, finding its way down into the hole and filling the air pockets with finer silts from above. Say a house gets plumbing in 1900, and that's when they fill the privy pit in with dirt. The first several years of rainy seasons will result in a sinkhole that could be as much as 3 to 4 feet deep. And what did people in the old days commonly do when they saw an open hole in the ground? Fill it with trash, of course. And don't forget, the age of when they filled in these sinkouts would vary based on when they decided or when it became a necessity to fill them. Maybe they finally tore down an old privy shed in the backyard 50 years after they stopped using it and discovered the sink out in 1950 and threw their trash in it. A good reason to keep digging below those newer layers up high.
Cheese is in his bottle digging position, watching the bottle being dug out.
Could be an 80s Jake.
That looks pretty old.
That looks like an 80s Jake.
Like rectangular.
Yeah.
Maybe it's more,
Get a nice close up
I
here.
had some
Oh,
cocaine.
ooh, wow.
Looks like, I don't know.
Oh, is it a Kemp's?
Oh, wow.
What the hell?
Arnold. Is that
What
a
the hell is that
manzanita?
doing here?
Looks like a baby
Oh
manzanita.
God, that was a manzanita.
Jesus, this could be that bird's eye
What
pit I was
the
talking
F?
about.
That'd be good.
What the? This block isn't even that
Yeah, it is,
old.
though. There's one bird's eye house. It could be that old.
What?
Yeah. That'd be
Is that a
nice.
ponnel?
Oh yeah, nice open ponnel.
Or it's brought to the house and was, you know, somebody's medicine and grandma's medicine in her cabinet for years.
Yeah, they could have hung on to that for a long time.
They moved in 1875 and
it's that old, nice
brought
fat.
their gold rush medicinal
bottle.
bottle. Ooh, it's turning on camera. Look, it's turning Benicia on camera.
Yeah, it is.
Wait, kind of twirl it around a little bit, catch the sun.
Get Andrew out of the way.
Get out
Hey,
in the
I
sun.
unearthed it, Chuck.
I know, but you're
That
blocking
gets the
shot.
disco tax on it. I think I pull out another 10%.
Okay, I'm gonna double charge on the price of copper too.
Got you on that one.
So an artifact can't be newer than the age of the layer unless time traveling exists. But it can be older. It's possible that this was someone's medicine that was so potent or gross tasting that it took decades to consume and was even brought to the family's new house when they moved in. Maybe even inherited from grandma and then thrown away years later when it was finally empty. We'll see.
We have a nice big open basement that we can turn into a room. Yeah, that's a sparse feeling hole.
It's
What you
big.
hit was rocks. That layer right there.
Yeah, but there's ash below it, right?
I had two.
Barely.
I gotta blow my nose. I'm gonna get out of here.
Got to get out of the hole to do that. God, come on, Dusty. Oh, go. Freaking claws. Jesus.
Well, you won't let me get my ladder. What do you expect?
That's right. Boss say you don't stop work, you don't stop work.
Fire me.
You're fired. So, this is digging for you. We probed what we thought was a trash layer, but it's actually a layer of these weird creek rocks with that one ponnelled bottle mixed in with it, even though this block wasn't developed until like 1875, pretty much. Even though there was one early house on the earlier map. Weird stuff happens, and the hole got really small all of a sudden where the center of it is. There's a really sparse feeling ash layer down there, so we're gonna check that out, but I don't know what the hell this thing is. More of the rocks. What the rocks? Why would someone just bury rocks? It's so stupid.
There's definitely a hole.
Yeah, it's some kind of hole dug by man or woman, or probably man. Gotta be all inclusive here these days.
Wonder Woman?
Wonder Blender.
That's a layer.
What'd you do, man? You probed a bunch of rocks telling us to drive all the way here, hours and hours.
That's probably a better hole then. Bitches.
Jerk. Yeah, you got a little ash layer in there.
Money, man, good old stingy. See, you got a nice ash layer.
I wonder if hopefully it's a square nail. It looks like it's very old. Hey, Chuck, you owe us gas money.
No, I don't think so. It's just a roll of the dice.
It's a rough life. Let's see. Oh, I see why they dug this hole, so they could bury an egg. Don't you like digging holes just so you can bury your egg? I mean, they threw an eggshell in this thing. It's household use of some kind. Not bad. Chuck's gonna go and verify, let you know if he manages to pull something out of there. Hey. Hey. Looking for another hole here. Kind of fell into something, literally. I keep digging down and the dirt keeps falling down. I think what I got is another stupid beehive cistern. It's got the brick thing. It's got the brick covering. Is it a football or a cistern though? I think it's a cistern. Can't really see. Let's see if the phone can see. I'm sticking the phone way down. Whoa. Yeah. Look at that beehive, man. There's just the opening and it's super wide around here. It's all under my feet. This is the water source. The question is, when did they fill it? When did the water go sour, or when did they stop using it for water and start throwing their trash in it, which happened. God, a lot of rubble in there. I don't know. You have to break apart all these bricks. dig it down. Oh, oh. Let's see. Oh, this feels like kind of a dud down below. I feel some stuff up high. Oh. You get that in there? Oh, wow. So there's that Pownell bottle. It was like grandma's medicine cabinet, maxi throwback. Wow, there's an 1890 to turn of the century little mini plate that just came out of the other hole. Huh. It's that new, and there was a Pownell bottle. Almost a 50-year difference between the little Pownell bottle and then this plate that came out of there. Wow, crazy. Just looking for the right hole, baby. I'm gonna keep looking here. We're gonna find them somewhere, damn it. This is the process. It's not all glory. Looking for bots in all the weird places. Now we're sidewinding here because we thought maybe
Plant special.
we got
scenes
another
inside the bottle mine.
another layer, another hole possibly.
Ah, you're crowding me.
You jam.
We got this weird hole that was 1890s.
Someone J through that soil.
We got some iron.
And some iron.
Yeah, that's not natural soil.
Look at that. It's outhouse.
That's night soil.
Oh, there's
Whoa, there we go. What age is the
That's a
plate?
pit. I don't know, but it's a pit.
We got some kind of outhouse here. It looks a little bit older than the one that we were originally trying to go for. There's part of a wash basin with a design on it.
Oh, this is old.
Oh, patinaed champagne.
Oh, Coco L'Amour
Oh,
comes in with
this
the
is one
score.
down there.
Oh shit, it's a bottle.
It's not just stupid rocks.
No. Okay. Pieces of bottles. I mean,
Oh yeah,
I thought it was rocks. Maybe it's all hits.
that would be nice.
Outhouse doorknob.
Oh, doorknob to the outhouse probably. Sometimes the bot is not in the first place you look.
More doorknobs.
Oh, a drawer pull. Got Oatenhose in here.
Bobby Beedrill.
Got seeds in it. It's definitely poop soil.
Yeah, it's definitely a shitter.
Piece of brick.
Interesting
Yeah.
plate. I've never seen that one. Can't really date that one. Doesn't necessarily look too old.
Yeah, that doesn't look ancient. The 80s.
I like the patinaed champagnes.
Yeah, look at that. No, that's not turn mold.
Is
though.
that not a turn mold? Oh, that's a 70s wine with the bubbles.
Yeah, that's older too. That cup, right? It's not TC.
That's old cup.
Yeah, that's an older cup. At least 80s, right? But the bubbly wines are usually 70s and earlier.
Yeah, usually.
Deeper tunnel. Loves the daisy.
Oh, not again. Oh, come on, Dusty. Oh, you got a little laudanum bottle. Didn't even see that.
That was
That's
out of the original one.
Oh yeah, that's potent stuff. If it's in such a small container. Just pulled up some ancient brick. Here's how you can tell. This orangey color. It's like a light orange, similar to the shirt. That's the older brick, and then the newer brick will kind of be like a darker red burgundy type of deal. It's old brick. It's kind of crudely formed. Yeah, it's that color. That's old. It's like everything in this hole but intact bottles. Let's see. Look at that chamber pot piece. There's a 60s or 1850s even almost piece of a plate. A paneled mug. There's a barrel hoop down there sticking out. Everything but the bot, but it's got the age. This thing just fragments, man. We're getting fragged. Look at the age of this thing. It's like black glass. It's a pirate bottle. I mean, that's 1860s. That should not be here. It's the shoulder of a black glass ale bottle. I don't know. The bots are eluding us today. Let me tell you, this is weird. Happens sometimes. Sometimes you just scare them off a little bit. But don't worry, I'll find somewhere to dig. Don't you worry. I'm gonna find somewhere in this vast world, this world of dirt, there will be bottles somewhere.
I really want to confirm it for the long. I kind of want to do a mini test hole in that.
Maybe that'll soothe the savage beast over there.
Got a screaming homeless person.
Hey, can I film you, sir?
Well, everyone went home. Chuck went to go drink 5 beers or something to dull his pain. But I didn't get my bottle fix. And BottleNed needs his bottles. So I'm gonna go check out this spot that we already kind of dug in a little bit, but I think there's more. So I'm gonna get back with you guys as soon as I find something. Almost destroyed by building monster. What a top. Right when I was least expecting it, I found some old 1860s sided, like a sided pouring pitcher here with a really old stamp on it. That's like Civil War era. But I was collapsing it. It was about 2 inches of a privy left next to this 1905, 1910 brick wall that they built here and destroyed the privy. So that was the only stuff left in the seed layer. And then up high, right below, an 1880s terracotta pipe was a Bay City soda water, a beautiful, iconic Cobalt 1870s soda water. Concrete modern buildings from the 20th century, 1910 brick building. And then look at that, a little undisturbed layer of eggshells, probably 150 years old. Look at that. And look what else is in there. These are oil burning lamp chimneys. These are just preserved in time here, at least for now. Probably the next day, that big piece of equipment would have taken out this little, I mean, you could, half a scoop in a matter of seconds would destroy this. So it's good we're recording this. This is just a little trash layer from this working class neighborhood in the 1870s. That's all that's left. Look at that. Just fragments. Fragments in the occasional bottle. There's an egg. Oh, there was an egg. Let's talk about glass, baby. Specifically, the differences in glass quality with glass from different places. I have 2 pieces of glass from the same period that were dug in the same exact area of soil. So we have the same acidity and mineral content, same soil composition, but with a completely different result after being buried for the same amount of time, about 150 years. So first we have a stopper. This was made in England in the mid-1870s. And as you can see, it's just horrendously inferior. It's patinaed, it has all this kind of flaking glass crap falling off of it. There's actually pieces of glass in my hand that are just coming off of it as I rub it. It's just white and hazy and stained. This was originally a clear, see-through, transparent piece of glass, but being buried in the soil, interacting with the minerals in the soil, it's decaying. It's actually falling apart. So in a couple thousand years, this would just be a pile of silica. Basically, it would just be sand again in the ground. It's decomposing at a very fast rate. Okay, so inferior glass. This was only a couple feet away from it. 1870s, blown at the San Francisco and Pacific Coast Glass Works. This is a soda water bottle, Bay City soda. It's made with Western blown glass, Western ingredients. So the main ingredient they obtained for use in glass making from the West Coast versus this piece of glass from England was sand. Sand from local beaches. Okay, so soda ash and other ingredients in glass, they might have been imported by the San Francisco and Pacific Glass Works. But the sand is what makes this bottle stronger and more immune to decomposition in the soil due to soil acidity. Sand was gleaned from Monterey in California, glass houses. This is the result right here. And in England, they got their glass from some slag beach off the Thames or something, who knows, but obviously their glass just does not hold up as well to being buried. Two different objects from two different parts of the world, buried in the same place for the same amount of time, with two very different, very drastic results.